Welcome to the Everything is Everything podcast, the show where we do anything it takes to discuss everything and everything. I'm Erik Helling. I'm here with my fellow hosts, David Abdu and Chatwin Cray. Fellas, how you doing?
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty
Thanks,
good.
Erik.
Cool.
How are you doing?
Cool, I'm good. I wrote that little intro copy, so
It was good.
I was like maybe-
Performed well. Executed to
thank you.
perfection.
I've been trying to memorize it all day, gave up, and I just wrote it up. I just read it.
It sounded great. The new hairstyle must be fueling you. Must be fueling your powers.
My evil haircut, yeah. I feel the darkness coursing through me.
Yeah. Cool. How's life? How's everything going? It's been a minute. We haven't recorded in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Life is lifing. It's been tough. I had a tough week, and it happens. You bounce back, but hanging in there. How about you?
I think that's a Big Sean song. Bounce back. Good, man. Good. Damien's getting ready to stand. We've been practicing the standing.
Oh, cool.
He's like getting it, and he'll like stand for like 2 seconds, and then he'll like wobble, and then he'll here's a quick preview.
Wobble. That's a Big Sean song.
Yeah, look at him go, and then he'll just
Whoa.
come on. Yeah, look at him go.
Hey.
He's so like proud
Look
of
at the
himself.
big guy.
Yeah. So we're getting ready for the walking's got to be coming in the next like month or less. So it's we're preparing for that. It's that's a whole new journey apparently.
Man.
Mm-hmm. You got to open up the house.
No, we have gates. He's barricaded we get in the living room. We got gates. Can't go in the kitchen unless we say so. Can't get to the stairs unless we say so. But dude climbs the stairs too. He's already figured out the stairs. He figured out the stairs before he learned how to walk. I don't know what the kid's eating, but
He learned that faster than Coconut did, I'm sure.
honestly, yeah, took Coconut a few more tries. So,
How about you,
yeah.
Chatwin? How you hanging in there?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there.
Good.
Like we were saying, just kind of like bummed out for a couple weeks, but you bounce back.
I'm glad you're bouncing back, and I thought in a weird way my topic is kind of relevant because it's a little existential. It has you asking why. And I guess before we start, did you guys? English teacher Rick assigned my hosts some reading. Did you do your assigned reading?
I did it last
Okay.
night.
Yeah.
David?
Yeah.
David, did you?
No, yeah, I did. It
Okay.
was very weird, but yeah, I did.
Okay, good. I was gonna send you to the Principal Rick's office if I didn't, but
Oh, I actually kind of want to meet Principal Rick, but maybe another time.
it's that puppet that I used that one time.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where he is, so I'm glad you didn't. So, without further ado, let's hit the damn theme song. Why not? Here we go.
Everything is everything.
Everything is everything.
Everything is everything, baby. Everything is everything.
Everything is everything.
Everything is everything.
Everything is everything.
Season 4. Before we get into it, I have a question.
Yes.
Something that occurred recently, I guess in the past week or so. I went to the dry cleaner. The dry cleaner next to us is one of those dry cleaner alterations places, you know, they do the alterations there.
Yeah.
Free dry cleaner.
Is it? Do they all do that? Oh, okay. Well,
Generally.
good. Anyway, I have had the same style of boxer briefs for a good long while. Okay.
Mm.
Calvin
Don't tell
Klein.
me you dry clean your boxer briefs.
No. I went for the alterations.
Esmeralda.
Calvin Klein. Now, I've looked up, they don't make these boxers anymore. These don't exist. I've used Google search. I found the exact name and style code and UPC and whatever the fuck of the boxers from Calvin Klein. They don't exist anymore. And there are apparently 0 sealed packs anywhere in the world. So
Oh no.
so my luck has ran out, right? And so I've tried over the past few months, a few different underwears. Calvin Klein, I tried some of their boxers. Couldn't. The waistband is too thick. I don't know what happened over the last 10 to 12 years of underwear, but now the waistband's like this thick, like waistband. It's not good.
It's
I don't like
fashion
it.
over function. I don't get it either.
It's horrible. It feels awful, especially because I got a little gut. I got
like
a little,
Wearing
and
like
so
a
it,
cummerbund.
yeah, so it like hangs over or like folds it. I'm like, no. But the other one, the ones I was wearing, the Calvin Klein ones, the waistband is the same material as the boxers, and it's like folded over, and then it has like elastic stitching or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's perfect. It's comfortable. You don't feel the like roughness or the thickness, anything like that. Perfect. But because I've fluctuated in weight over, I've had these since I had them when I was Fat David. I have had them when I was Skinny David. I had them at my current David, which is like,
How old are these? Jesus.
I'm telling you, they're
remains.
no, they're not. They're perfect. They're in perfect condition. These are the perfect boxers. The only thing is that the waistband has started to, like, some of the stitching has started to come out, so it like folds up in itself, and then it loses elasticity a little bit, and they don't fit great. What do? I can't find any good boxers anymore, but they do alterations. So I take my clean underwear. I washed them all. I take my clean underwear to the alterations, and I say, look, I don't know if you guys work on underwear. They're clean. And he's like, yeah. We could. What's the problem?
Giuseppe, taking these underwear. I need to.
I was like, it's the waistband. He's like, oh, I don't know if we do waistband. Then he looked at it. He's like, oh, wait, it just needs stitching? I was like, yeah, it just needs stitching. He was like, okay, how does Saturday sound? I was like, yeah, Saturday sounds great. So hopefully.
That's this Saturday?
Yeah, hopefully in the next 2 days, my underwear comes back perfectly, repaired.
So for the viewer, David is commando right now.
No, I do have an alternate pair on. I got Bombas. Have you heard of Bombas?
Yeah, I've had a pair of Bombas.
They're
a
very
little
soft.
tight.
Little tight. I got my size, extra large. Still even a little tight, but very soft. Very soft. Waistband still thick though. Still thick. Not as thick and bad as the other ones, but decent. But a little tight. And I'm like, I don't want to wear double XL underwear. What? I'm gonna feel bad about myself.
Exactly. It's like I guess I'm just pouring myself into these underpants.
Yeah. So we're praying. I'm praying that my underwear come back. They're either gonna come back perfect or all destroyed. Like, oh, we tried. Sorry. Fuck. So
I'm shocked that you're trying to save the same pair of underwear. I was expecting you to ask them to make you more underwear.
Do you see these? Do you see these designs?
Can you make this?
Can you get to it?
It's like the cobbler and the elves, but with underwear.
And it's not like 1 or 2 pairs. I gave them, I think, like 6 or 8 pairs of underwear. So it's like a good week and a half, week's worth of underwear. So it's like, please.
You've got Giuseppe questioning his job. Why do I do this?
No, they were clean. They're all clean. Fresh out the washer, fresh out the dryer. We used the little scented beads, the little scented shit. No, they're perfectly clean. So yeah, that's.
Mr. David, I have all the pubes that I found. If you wanted to keep them.
Yeah, if any of our listener has Russell, if you have any boxer brief recommendations, let me know, because it's rough
Don't
out
take
here.
up that request, Russell.
It's rough out here for a
You
boy.
could stop listening at any time. You're free, Russell.
All right, let's get to your coyote.
Well, I guess now we got to round table it. Chatwin,
Okay.
how's your underwear going?
Okay, 2 things. At the moment, I have not done laundry in 2 weeks or so.
So
I'm
Chatwin is
just
going commando.
no, but there's always that last pair of underwear that are just not just hanging on. The last ones that you want to use. So my whole week has just been last socks, last pairs of pants, last pair of underwear.
Well, I don't have one of those. The last pair of underwear that you want to use,
No, I get
Yeah.
this.
like
I-
tattered,
like
like
It's
tattered up.
But just not your favorite.
mine are.
I guess. Yeah. Well, no.
Yeah,
see,
I mean, you're-
I don't get that because all my underwear are the Calvin Klein ones. They're all the same, different colors.
David's got this
But
weird magical underwear that
Yeah,
Bro,
I
I'm
guess.
telling you,
never
they're
wrong, only
they're
right.
they're the best underwear that ever existed.
They've
Don't make 'em
lasted for
anymore.
10 years now. 15
No holes.
years.
No, nothing. They're perfect
That's
except for the
absurd.
elastic waistband. I'm telling you, man, they're amazing, amazing. I have a few pairs that are like I didn't have to. The waistband's still okay on them, so like I still have a few of them that are okay. Fantastic, man.
If I'm being pedantic, there are 3 holes in your underwear. But no
Well, yeah,
unnecessary holes.
Exactly. Yeah. No tattering. No
Okay.
tattering. Yeah.
It's funny you say that, Chatwin, because usually that happens to me. But today was my laundry day, and just by pure happenstance, I had a good pair left over. So I was able to switch into those while everything else went to the wash. And
Played
Do
your
you guys
card
have like
right.
different styles of underwear?
no, different colors, different pairs.
Yeah. So like, what makes
A
this
good pair
underwear the
versus a
last?
bad
Yeah.
pair?
I guess. Yeah.
Well, if it's not TMI, the one I was wearing before the wash, they're a little like worn out, like they're loose.
elastic-
Like
Not
the
controlled.
elasticity.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with them. They're
Right,
not
okay,
tatters.
yeah,
So
I
I'm-
got you.
Just not,
But-
I mean, I guess in that sense, I did
first
have good
yeah.
pairs and bad pairs, and the
First
bad pairs
string.
are the ones I took for repair. So I guess I get that. Yeah, I guess okay, I get you. Because I would save the ones with the elastic problems or waistband problems. I would save those for the end. Okay,
Yeah,
I
for
get
the
you.
last.
I
I'm
get you.
thinking,
I get
I'm
you.
thinking David just has a lower bar for underwear health. Like I think you're. Chad and I
I'm
are
gonna
both
I'm gonna
speaking
take a
about our
picture of them
underwear.
when we get off and send them to you guys. These are in pristine condition.
Editor,
Pristine.
don't show us. Don't show the listener.
You consider just finding a new brand. I know.
I've tried. I'm telling you, I've tried. I tried several brands. There's that like
Hanes?
Ethos brand or EOS or whatever the frick it's called. I tried that shit. I tried Hanes. I tried regular ass Hanes. I was like, maybe Hanes is the secret. I don't know. Maybe I need to go back to basics. Nope. Fruit of the Loom. I looked at it. I was like, not a chance. It's not happening.
No, Hanes is better,
No.
if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I went out there, man. I explored. I went to Target. I went to the higher ups, the different brands,
Explored.
the Bombas. I got the Bombas on right now, as I'm telling you. I've explored. Like it's nothing compares. Nothing compares.
They need to make a Victor's Secret where it's like it's just a fancy underwear store for guys.
For men,
Maybe
yeah.
there's
Victor's Secret.
Maybe we start that. Victor's answer, because Victoria's Secret might come for us on the secret part.
I was gonna say, well, secret and answer are not to be a writer about it, but it's
All
not
right,
like
whatever.
1-to-1.
All right.
Anyway, we'll talk to Victor about this, see what he thinks, because
Yeah.
he's got to be roped in somehow.
Sure.
So, so I don't know how to segue this.
Yeah,
at
this
all.
has nothing to do with your episode.
Well,
Now that we've gotten the elasticity out the way, let's snap back to.
you know who also uses underwear? Animal Man. Animal Man, issue 5, Coyote Gospel is what we're talking about today. And I imagine, even though you guys read it, you probably didn't know the name Animal Man because he's barely in the fucking issue.
True.
He's the
only
guy that
shows up, like,
flies in
towards
at
the
the
end.
end.
Yeah, the blue and yellow dude. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm going to give you a little bit of runway before we can discuss this. So yeah, it's issue 5 of Grant Morrison's 80s run of Animal Man, originally published in September of 1988. Here's the credits. Written by Grant Morrison, penciled by Chaz Truog, with additional art by Doug Hazelwood and Tom Grummett, edited by Karen Berger and Art Young, colored by Tatiana Wood, and lettered by John Costanza. Covers were done by Brian Bolland.
Good old
some
Chaz.
comics. What's that?
I said good old Chaz.
Oh, Chaz.
Good old Chaz.
You penciled him wonderfully, Chazzy.
Yeah.
So a little comics history for you. In the 80s, Alan Moore, the guy who did Watchmen, the guy who did V for Vendetta, he is asked to do Swamp Thing, which is kind of a third tier, he's a Swamp Thing. I don't have to describe him to you. But he reinvents the character and it becomes DC Comics' #1 seller. And the higher ups at DC go, okay, well, we found this crazy ass Brit. Let's just go to the UK. Let's send our headhunters over to the UK and see if there's more talent. Because obviously they got some people over there. And that's where they find Grant Morrison, who is a Scot. Scottish writer Grant Morrison was initially contacted to write a 4-issue run of Animal Man, basically just to give Animal Man a pilot, and then one of the more established DC writers will keep going with it.
I don't know if you're going to get to this eventually. What are Animal Man's powers?
That's actually my next bullet point.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Never mind. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Animal Man is also known as Buddy Baker. So his powers, he's kind of like Kirby from Smash Bros. He copies the animal's abilities, and can use them at his will, but he can only copy one at a time. So, like, in the issue, I reread it this morning. When you see him flying in, there's a hawk nearby. So he borrowed the hawk's ability to fly. He can borrow, like, an ant's ability to run. I guess ants run fast. And I realized he could basically be Spider-Man if he wanted to. But
does he have to suck off the or suck up the animal?
He does have to suck off the animals, so it's pretty inconvenient. He had to
got 15 minutes.
He had to capture that hawk. Go, okay, come here, boy. So yeah, he can use basically any animal's powers, but they're one at a time. And he can also, let's see here, he can. What did I write? He can communicate with them, empathize, and control them. He's kind of like Aquaman, but with animals.
With the land animals. Can he do the same with sea animals? Or
yes, he can. So he's also just kind of Aquaman in general.
Oh. Interesting. Animal Man.
It's a pretty overpowered power.
Yeah, kind of OP.
Yeah.
But he can't control the animals. He just gains their powers, right?
He can control them.
Oh,
but only, again, one at a time.
So, like, if he comes across a swarm of bees, he only gets one bee?
Yes.
Okay.
But he can communicate with them. If he's, if he can charm his way into this. Yeah, if he can charm the queen, maybe he got all the bees.
Interesting. Now, and I might just be thinking too much into it. If he does copy the powers of a bee, he gets flight and a stinger? Or is it just like one power? Or
see, that's interesting.
Get off the
like he
bees,
doesn't.
David.
No, like I can apply it to anything. If he copies an octopus, does he get 8 legs and ink?
Right.
I knew this was coming. I googled Animal Man and really tried to wrap my head around it because it's confusing.
Yeah,
he doesn't he doesn't transform himself in any way.
Okay.
So I don't think. Maybe he could spit ink, but it's not like he grows a stinger. It could be that maybe he could
shoots stingers out or something.
Or jab really strong.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Die after one jab.
Yeah.
So, before Animal Man, this is issue 5. The first 4 are a contained story. Like I said, Grant Morrison didn't think they were getting more than 4, so they were just kind of giving this whole little arc. Animal Man is like a 3rd string C-tier superhero, long since retired. He has a family, wife and 2 kids, and his wife is the breadwinner. He's like a stay-at-home dad. And he sees the Justice League International, which is it's Batman, Martian Manhunter, and kind of a bunch of other C-string superheroes that are jokes. And he's like, well, if fucking Blue Beetle is getting on TV, why can't I? So he contacts his old friend and manager to try and rope him up some jobs. And the manager gets a call that there is a break-in in a San Francisco animal testing lab. So he's like, oh, that's perfect for Animal Man. And in this 4-issue run, Animal Man goes from really just wanting to be a superhero for money, to be like a job, to empathizing with these animals because he communicates them and realizes it's like inhumane conditions. These monkeys are getting tortured for science products or whatever. So he turns a new leaf. Now he's there to save animal kind and humankind alike.
It sounds like Animal Man would be a cool movie for them to make, DC now. Now that they're going in a new direction, and that they made a Blue Beetle movie, it kind of would be on brand.
It really would. And I guess we'll get into it later, but Grant Morrison kind of did the whole Dan Harmon meta thing before any of that happened, or the breaking the fourth wall stuff.
I was gonna ask if he's kind of like Deadpool for the DC.
A little bit, and
Yeah.
I'll bring that up in a bit. Not
Not like super comedically, but
no, but he does kind of break through the fourth wall.
yeah.
So after that 4-issue run, DC, it sold really well, and they're like, okay, Grant Morrison, we'll just give you an ongoing series, just write forever. And Morrison realizes, is like, well, I can't just do that, because then it's just going to be an abused animal every month that he saves, and that's going to get old. So issue 5, he does Coyote Gospel. And it's fucking weird. Like you said, it's strange.
It had a lot of biblical themes, I felt like. And it was very... another question I had, just unrelated, but related back to his powers. Does the animal whose powers he copies, does the animal have to be in his vicinity? Does he have to have eyes on the animal? Or can he just think of an animal? And
I've been trying to find that answer for 2 days.
Oh,
I
okay.
feel like that might be the thing that keeps him from being OP. I think it has to,
if I was him, I would just carry around a blue-ringed octopus with me everywhere I go and just touch everyone. Boom, you're dead. Boom, you're dead. Boom, you're dead.
I thought you were going to say, a National Geographic with pictures.
Yeah.
Encyclopedia. A National Geographic magazine.
A hippopotamus, that's
Hold
right.
on. What picture was the bison again? Fuck.
What's it called? Oh, gorilla, right.
Maybe he's not OP.
He's not OP.
He's also, it seems like from when other writers do him, he's kind of an idiot too. He's not Batman. He doesn't think of every situation. He's kind of working.
He's not a genius. He's just
No, he's on the edge of his feet the whole time.
How did he get his powers?
So that's actually explored later in Grant Morrison's run. The original is that he was near an exploding spaceship, and the explosion gave him his powers. And I think Grant Morrison thought that was stupid, so he made it a more metaphysical thing. But I'm going to read the opening line. Death Valley, 90 degrees in the shade, and the blacktop shimmers like water. This is where it starts. So, just before we dive in more, did you like it? You don't have to say yes. I'm just,
I was confused by it. I don't know. I haven't read many comics, so I thought maybe I lost something in translation, but I didn't hate it. I got some of it. This guy's cursed to hunt this dude, and this dude wants peace. The wolf dude wants peace in his time or something, and it's it switches to a Warner Brothers type. That was weird to me. That's where I was wait a second.
Well, maybe it could be that more will be revealed, but I'll be honest. I read it for the 3rd time today, and I finally picked up that after the first couple pages where they hit the Coyote Man, it says 1 year later. And I didn't realize that for the longest time. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. I
got that. And this dude is cursed to hunt him or something.
Yeah. What'd you say, Chat?
So in the beginning, he's talking to this girl, and he's this. I think he's a gay truck driver because he's in early Los Angeles, and then he turned to Christianity, and he mentions the silver cross around his neck.
Yeah.
If you remember, the thing that kills the coyote, he's no longer wearing the necklace. It's the silver bullet that kills the coyote.
Another thing that I didn't notice until this reading.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I was
David,
oh, that's cheeky.
You're not totally... Grant Morrison is, if anything, he's very smart, but he's not the type of guy to explain things. I guess, he's hoping people will pick it up as they go along, and sometimes that just means there's shit that goes over one's head.
Well, did you also notice the coyotes when he died? Mm-hmm. What position he was in?
The cross.
Yeah, the cross.
Covered in cum. Oh, wait, blood.
I really liked it. I thought that I was curious where it had come from, because it seemed like there was a bigger story being told. But
it definitely
I really liked it.
But
but it is
the
like
driver,
a little vignette, kind of.
exactly. That's why I chose this, because I even cut out some pages that had nothing to do with this story. Like, there's a couple pages of Animal Man's home life that would have just confused you guys more because
Yeah.
it had nothing to do. But yeah, that's why I chose it, because it was kind of a standalone. At least the Coyote story was. And I'll just make a little hay of the plot for the listener. Starts with two people in a semi-truck, the driver, who is never named, and Carrie, a young punk who is picked up hitchhiking. And the driver basically explains, if you're going to L.A., be careful, because I was it could be hard on people. I was a junkie and a prostitute, and luckily the driver found God, and he found his husband, Billy, and that saved him. And, you know, they eventually kind of become friends, and they're singing along to the radio, and out lurches this big coyote man, like a werewolf coyote. And it's too late for the driver. He notices it too late, and they just pancake it. They drive right over it. And Carrie says, "What is it? Was it an animal?" And the driver says, "Forget it." And there's like a beat where you see the roadkill, and I'm going to read this next part because I liked the prose here. The coyote starts regenerating. The pain is gigantic. A newly activated nervous system is suddenly jammed with frantic signals, like an overworked switchboard. The creature shudders, weeping. Its pelvic girdle fuses along hairline sutures to cradle rapidly healing organs. A splintered rib that saws back and forth in one lung is withdrawn. The thoracic cage locks seamlessly. The lung reinflates. Trembling, the creature rises. Overhead, cheated vultures wheel into the sunset. Behold, the miracle of resurrection. And it... Thank you. It hit me this read-through that this is a Nevada story. It takes place in Death Valley. Have you guys ever been to Death Valley? Have you ever, like, camped there or just visited?
Only when we went on the field trip in St. Biters. I think it was fourth grade.
Was that Death Valley? I knew we went
Yeah.
out to the desert.
Yeah, Death Valley. Yeah. I remember exploring on all the rocks, and they had the little gift shop in the park there, like park, national park bullshit or whatever. Yeah, Death Valley.
Yeah, we had some pretty low-rent field trips in middle school.
Yeah.
It's not too far of a
went-
drive.
No, that's true. It was better. We went to the courthouse once, and that was a real, like, budgetless. You get to watch. You get to watch some proceeding as sixth graders. Have fun.
Yeah.
Now let's watch the hanging.
Chatwin, you've been camping in Death Valley, right?
Yeah, I've been many a time.
Yeah.
If you hit it right during the springtime, which a lot of people do, they have a huge, all the wildflowers bloom, and people come from all over the world. You know, just like cherry tree blossoms in Japan. People come from all over the world to see the wildflowers bloom. It's really nice.
That don't sound like a Death
the
Valley.
geology. Huh?
That don't sound like a Death Valley.
Life in
It's-
Death Valley.
It's it is Death Valley. It gets
Pooh,
hot.
I say. Pooh.
Not only it's the lowest place I think in North America or the planet. Like it's way below sea level. If you
So that
go-
is that why it's so hot?
it gets really hot there just because of the geography and just where it is, and it's mostly in California, and then
Oh shit!
right on the border of California. But yeah,
Well-
really cool.
For sake of this episode, all of Coyote Gospel takes place on the Nevada half of
Yeah.
Death Valley. So I've gone once, and it was not a Boy Scout trip. It must have been Weeblos or Cub Scouts, and I was a chubby little video game kid, and I was out of my element. Like, Sean's dad took us, and I kept escaping to Sean's dad's car to play my Game Boy, and I would have to be dragged back out. And I remember sitting around the fire that night, a spark got on my pants, and I freaked out, and people laughed. So
I just
don't
want my
have,
Game Boy, damn it. I want to go home.
my pants are on fire. Help.
I'm not even a lion.
So I don't have positive memories with Death Valley, but I'd love to go now as an adult. I'll wear fireproof pants.
I wouldn't. You guys can have fun.
What?
with
You
that
don't want to
one.
go? Why?
You know what? Everything instead of New Orleans, we could go to Death Valley.
I'd much rather go to New Orleans. That valley doesn't have any good food.
There's death. There's
There is death.
roadkill.
Yeah, you guys enjoy.
Chatwin and I we're gonna frolic in the wildflowers.
Yeah.
I'm
You
allergic
don't know what
to the
you're missing.
wildflowers. My sinuses can't handle it.
I have a feeling there's a lot of Death Valley in Australia too. I bet there's a lot of just
Yeah, but you
arid
go
desert.
around that, that like you go to the cities, they're usually on the
Around
coast,
it.
and then you avoid the middle, no one goes in the middle. That's where like the Aborigines live.
That's where
no one goes
Mad
in the
Max happens.
middle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
There's
where the
hotels
Mad
in
Max-
Death Valley.
and the
You
kangaroos.
can get a bite to eat and stuff. You don't have to camp in Death Valley. You can do it comfy.
Yeah, but what are you gonna get in Death Valley that you can't get anywhere
Some
else? Like a
refrozen
turkey sandwich?
vegetables.
Yeah,
a
whatever.
steak. Actually, no, wait. There is a really good restaurant. There is an awesome bar there that has like the whole inside's been tricked out. It's very cool. It's definitely worth seeing.
Nice. Well, send me pictures when you guys go. I'm excited to see it.
I get it, David.
Yeah, I
It's
get
a
it.
vacation from your kid and family. You don't want to go to the hottest place in
Yeah,
America.
Death Valley. Yeah, we can go to,
Chatwin and
go
I
to
will
San
send
Diego.
you. We'll send you snapshots.
There you go.
Yeah.
We can FaceTime. It'll be like I'm there. Like, ooh, red rocks, cool.
Ooh. You're just like in air conditioning under a fan.
Yeah, you think you were sweaty before? You're gonna be really sweaty there.
Man, got to cut more hair.
Yeah.
So, 1 year later, which I did not notice until this time, the driver's life has gone to shit. His husband died, and his mom died, and the straw that broke the camel's back was... I thought this was, not to make fun of this comic, but there was an article in the news that the hitchhiker Carrie had died, but it was like, prostitute dead. It's like, I feel like there's many prostitutes that don't make the news. But
I didn't notice that a prostitute died in the paper. That's funny.
Yeah.
yeah, because I
The
thought
girl
it was
that
like,
was
oh,
with
it's an
him.
obituary, but it's an article. It was like
It
local
mentioned
prostitutes.
one of the things said like, "Oh, I'm glad you picked me up. The last guy wasn't going to take me I would." And then it like trailed off, and the guy was like, "Man, don't worry about that. You ain't got to do that with me. I'm gay."
And it turns out, yeah, she did end up. That's the thing with these British writers, and they eventually make fun of themselves for it. They went bleak super fast. Another British writer that I didn't mention was Garth Ennis, the guy that does The Boys and Preacher, and all of them are just like, let's add a lot of fucking darkness and rape, and anyway. So the hitchhiker is kind of losing it, and he figures that it all went wrong when they saw that coyote thing. So he's, again, since he's turned to Christianity, he figures this thing is an abomination to God. It's the devil.
devil.
The devil.
It's the devil himself.
I'm going to go kill the devil, mister.
Yeah.
So he tries to kill this coyote, and he ends up, the coyote trips some explosives, which the guy forgets about stupidly.
Yeah, I was
And,
like, why did he forget that he said that? He just climbed down the cliff and then back up it.
That's kind
Yeah.
of the first hint of like
The goofiness.
Coyote Acme.
Exactly.
Like, that I got.
For
I was
sure.
like, what's going on here?
Rereading it, I was like, oh, this is like the big rock, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Squished him.
All that was missing was the painted tunnel on the side of it. Yeah.
So, Animal Man finally fucking shows up, and doesn't do a goddamn
He
thing.
doesn't do nothing.
You done nothing.
I was like, who's this asshole? He's got a
He just like
stupid
hands a
outfit
paper
on.
to the wolf or some shit.
Yeah, the coyote
Yeah.
comes up to him, and he has like a little tube around his neck, and can't speak English, so he just goes, "Brr," and hands him a paper. and we can read the paper, which this is for the listener. In my opinion, the big twist is that this monster is basically Wile E. Coyote. It's
Right.
Wile E. Coyote. They changed the names just enough so Warner Brothers lawyers don't kill Grant Morrison. But it's a coyote called Crafty Coyote. He's from like a cartoon world. And, it shows examples. Oh, there's the Bugs Bunny. There's the,
Porky Pig.
big old hammers are getting swatted on people. And Crafty Coyote is very distressed about this. He doesn't like that his life is nothing but violence. So
They can all regenerate too, right? In the,
exactly.
Yeah.
Just like cartoons. It's also kind of like Roger Rabbit, where violence doesn't work on them, but the dip does. But violence still works on humans. So Crafty decides he's going to talk it with God. So he goes in a little elevator that goes all the way up to heaven. And before we go any further, I wanted to ask, what do you guys think about Looney Tunes? You Looney Tunes fans, or is it just kind of like...
I mess with the Looney Tunes. I like that.
yeah.
I messed a lot with the baby Looney Tunes when I was younger. I'm
Tiny Toons?
Tiny Toons. I fucked
Hell
with the
yeah.
Tiny Toons.
Yeah, me too. For sure.
I'm a little intrigued to see this new Coyote versus, or what is it, Acme versus
Yeah,
Coyote
interesting.
movie that's coming out. Interesting lore in terms of the production of the movie and all that stuff.
Back
so,
from the
Yeah,
dead.
yeah.
They're really boosting my episodes numbers with that. So
Yeah.
thank you, Coyote versus Acme.
Hashtag Coyote versus Acme. See it in theaters coming soon. I don't know the date. Free promo.
August something. I was
There you
like,
go.
oh, what if it comes out around the movie? And it doesn't. It's months away.
It's okay. It's free promo. We're starting the promo
hey,
run now.
Hey.
Pay us,
Anyone
Warner
making
Brothers.
money off this,
Pay
it's
us.
not Zaslav, it's us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Looney Tunes. Ironically, I'm not crazy on the Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. Like, I get it. They're fun. But it's a lot of, I don't know, it's just a lot of gags. I'm more of a Daffy Duck man myself.
I don't know. They're nice little intermissions between the chaos because they're all shorts, So you
Yeah.
get like a episode where people are talking, and then you have this like moment of silence, and then you're back to
That's
something
true.
else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing but silence. In the,
If you watch it straight, nonstop, Wile E. Coyote versus the Roadrunner, I mean, that's gonna get
one
old
would
real quick.
one would go mad very quickly.
One would go mad.
Me.
And that was my second question. Do you guys have any impressions of Looney Tunes?
Me.
Pretty good.
Impressions.
Me.
Yeah, can you do any?
It's all, folks.
Well, I
There's-
said, boy, I said, come on down, boy.
Rabbit thieving.
Yeah.
It's rabbit thieving.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. I don't have a good one. But I'm glad that, hey, there's your clip, Eric.
What's up, Dak? What's up, Dak?
It's tough to do a good Bugs. I gotta admit.
Yeah.
Mel
What's
Blanc
up,
is
Dak?
the best.
I stinker. You almost kind of have to be from New York to... Well, no, you don't. But David's been in New York, so... he's-
Or what about a
he's
good
seen-
a Looney Tunes shout? Like get out of here! Like
Yeah.
he's shredding like. Yeah, be quiet.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, for sure. I love
Sorry,
those.
editor.
What was Marvin the Martian? It was like
Hope you know this means war.
Yeah. There you go. That was good. That was pretty good.
Thank you.
It's like a pitch down
Kermit.
Kermit or what's his name? Everybody loves Ray Romano. It's like a pitch down Ray Romano.
Ray Romano. Another Looney Tune that came into our real life.
Yeah.
Romano Gospel. And I got another quote. I wanted to do a little bit from the Gospel of Crafty. No one thought to challenge the futility of existence until Crafty. Crafty wept and said, "No more." He took himself into the desert and rose up and went into the presence of God. And God spoke unto Crafty, saying, "You must be punished for this rebellion against my will. Nevertheless, I'm a good God, and my judgment will be tempered with mercy. You must spend eternity in the hell above. While you live and bear the suffering of the world, I will make peace amongst the beasts." And so, Crafty Coyote is sent into Earth, or, Animal Man's version of real life, and is immediately hit by that truck that we see in the beginning. And I noticed this time there's a little Easter egg. The like fake version of Acme in this is Ajax, and that's the type of semi truck the dude is driving is an Ajax truck. So like he gets fucked in real life by the same Acme that happened in the Toon world.
Yeah, I saw that. It was nice.
So David mentioned that there's a lot of religious symbolism here, and it's similar enough to kind of the Jesus of it all. But I wonder, do you guys know anything about Prometheus?
Yes, yeah.
Sounds familiar.
The Greek Titan.
Not a Titan.
Oh, well, yeah. He was a Titan, wasn't he? Or a
No,
god
he fought
Titan?
the Titans. He was a god. The Titans were sealed away by Zeus.
I thought he was the Titan of foresight.
You're
Anyway.
getting some right. He is the god of foresight.
Oh, the god of foresight. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and he fought against the Titans, and the Titans punished him by strapping him to a rock or something, and like
Close.
a raven or a crow or something pecks out his liver every day.
Some
like that.
some key details are wrong. So
Yeah, okay.
Take a
the
sip.
gist of it. Yeah. All right. Well, I got lukewarm water here. So.
thank you.
Way better than hot juice.
Instead of the Titans, he stole fire for the humans because Zeus was withholding fire and basically progress from the humans. So the humans, this is like caveman times. They were just barbarians killing each other. And Prometheus, feeling bad for them, takes the fire from Mount Olympus, brings it down to the humans, and basically gives them fire, which symbolizes like technology, civilization, okay, the evolution of mankind. And David is right in this case. Zeus punishes Prometheus by chaining him to a rock, where an eagle eats his liver every day.
Eagle. That's what it is.
Eagle, and the Prometheus's liver grows back every night, and that's his fate for eternity. Which I think is which is very close to what happens to Crafty Coyote. He wants to help his people, and is punished for the rest of his life for it.
Yeah. May I prove myself right just real quick about one thing?
Of course.
He's a Titan.
Fake news. That's AI. You asked AI to make it right.
And the only reason I know that is because I've been playing Hades 2 recently, and he's one of the mini bosses in Hades 2. And repeatedly he says he's a Titan. Blah, blah, blah. I should have known it was an eagle because he has a freaking eagle with him.
But he's for the Wikipedia article I read that he was initially on Zeus's side. So I figured that like maybe he was a Titan that
He was like one of the younger Titans, but he was from the Titan era, so I guess he's considered a Titan god, something like that.
Fair enough.
Tomato, tomato.
David 1, Erik 0.
No.
Feel free to drop an anvil on me, David. Let's see here. So the final punchline is we get all this narration from Crafty Coyote explaining why he's, what that's going on. And the whole scroll that he handed to Animal Man is written in like wingdings, like cartoon language that Animal Man's only line in this is, "I can't read it, sorry."
Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah, okay. Uh-huh.
So Animal Man, despite his best efforts, Animal Man can't do shit. And the driver, Chatwin, what you were saying, he smelted the silver cross that his husband gave him into a silver bullet, which he calls the magic bullet. And I picked this up. They have a cool parallel between Crafty's little scroll and the cross. It says the cross was dissolved into meaningless hieroglyphs. So it's like there's all these parallels between the driver and the coyote. And finally, the driver snipes the coyote with the silver bullet, killing him, and the driver dies. And that's it. Life is meaningless. There's a... No, I just thought, like, in true, like, book club form, I was going to ask, like, how'd this make you feel? Like, do you agree with, like, its themes of, like, you shouldn't either listen too closely to God or defy God? Like, it almost seems like there's not a right answer you can do. You're fucked no matter what.
Yeah, I mean,
Felt so bad
I don't know.
for the coyote. He did nothing wrong.
He's just trying to save his people. But that's like, he's the Jesus of it all, you know? That's
Well, and I realized they never go back to the people. It could be that the God just says, yeah, I'll do it, and then he doesn't do shit.
it's true. It's true.
Yeah, he's
But,
sort of like a Greek Roman god, where he's just kind of a dick.
Yeah. And this, for anyone, do you guys care if I spoil the rest of the run of Animal Man?
Please do. That was my question, is Animal Man didn't really have a part to play in this. No, he's just...
This isn't all for nothing.
Yeah.
I'll say that, and then, listener, if you want to read this run, fast forward like a minute or so. The end of this book, Animal Man's family gets brutally murdered, and Animal Man can't cope with the grief, and essentially through things I'm not going to explain, is able to escape the comic world, and he goes through purgatory and meets Grant Morrison, who's just writing the comic in England. And the last issue is Animal Man saying, like, why'd you do this? Why'd you kill my kids? What am I going to do now? And, it's like Grant Morrison arguing with himself, is like, is this a good way to write? Should I have real life things that don't make sense and aren't resolved in comics, or should I make this a happy ending? And even though it makes no sense and goes against the whole comic, Grant Morrison brings them back to life, and Animal Man gets to live happily. And then it ends, it's like, and Grant Morrison is still sad. Like, the last page is like, I wish life would go well for me, and it doesn't.
Reminds me of that one episode of Fairly Odd Parents where he gets to meet the writers or something. I don't know if you remember that episode.
No.
He like jumps out and like goes to like talk to the writers or something like that. Like, and it's like very meta. Like Timmy's like in the he's like in the real world or something, and he's like talking to the guy. I don't know.
Why'd you make my head so big, Butch Hartman?
Something like that. Yeah, honestly.
What was that one writing movie with Nicolas Cage where he's essentially adaptation, right? Where he writes himself into a corner, and by the third act, it completely changes into something else. So
yeah,
it kind of reminds me of that.
The movie is basically, it's supposed to be an adaptation of a certain book, and the writer himself has such a difficult time that instead he writes a movie about himself struggling to adapt this book for a movie.
Trying to write it, yeah.
And writers love getting meta with it. They love.
I mean, even
Barton
at that
Fink.
last panel, do you remember?
Barton
the
Fink.
painting?
Love Barton Fink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the one hint that Grant Morrison wanted to give, is like, I myself am here. I had a hand in this.
Do you guys
There's
hear this,
also-
by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
The one I have another mini rant. These fucking gardeners, okay? I'm sick of the gardeners that we've had for the last like 4 or 5 years. We have a large yard, as you guys have seen, and all they do is the basics. Every week they come. They just mow the lawn, and like that's it. They don't take the weeds out. They don't maintain the hill. They don't maintain any of the hedges in the front or whatever. So like a month ago, I text the dude. I'm like, there's 2 bushes in our front yard. One of them's encroaching on the garage door, and on the like growing too tall. It's freaking touching the what's it called, where the water goes in, the gutter. It's going through the gutter. And then there's another bush closer to the driveway that like every time I have to like avoid it so it doesn't brush against my car and scrape the paint. So I'm like, I texted him, I was like, can you just take care of these 2 bushes? Like, it's your job, please. 2 bushes. do it. No response. So then again, the month passes, and I pay him at the first of the month, and I text him again, please, Antonio, please, the bushes. No response again. That was the first of the month. It's April 23rd now. Today they decide to do it. Today when we're freaking recording. So
Perfect.
that's the extra you hear is the song.
Antonio, you're breaking my heart.
You're breaking my heart, Antonio. You're ruining the coyote. Hey.
I don't know. Maybe this is like a blessed position to have, but I feel like by now leaf blowers should be quieter. Like, technology has gone so far. You'd think that an electric leaf blower would be invented.
I'm sure it is, but I don't know.
They just don't work that
Antonio
way.
didn't get it. Yeah.
Just get a rake.
Text Antonio and say, hey, just use a rake next time, Antonio.
Rake it up, Antonio. Rake it up. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Continue. Yeah. No. It was a. I mean, it's very interesting. I don't know if I'm necessarily intrigued to read more, but
I wouldn't think so. Well, that's it, because this is basically not an Animal Man issue.
right. Yeah.
He might as well be not a superhero comic
But
at
he
all.
did that on purpose. You said, right?
Yeah, because I think it was like it's a blank check thing, because he's like, oh, now I have an endless amount of comics. We wanted to test the waters, how weird he could get with it. And it turned out it went really well. People loved that issue. And
really?
after that, it went back to the main story of Animal Man. Like,
Oh.
so it's not like every issue is all this experimental shit, but it does get weird. I very much enjoy Animal Man. I don't know if I would recommend it to either of you, because there's like required reading. I don't want to keep you guys too long. There's a whole thing called Crisis on Infinite Earths. Maybe you've heard. It's like a big comics event where DC had way too many superheroes and like 10 multiverses. It's kind of what's happening with the Marvel movies now.
Yeah.
Too much shit. There's too
I
much
was
shit
trying
on
to
me.
remember what the name of Crisis on Infinite Earth was. This came up yesterday in conversation, where they just write themselves into a hole and they just blow it up and do it all again.
Exactly. And that's the plot. It's like we're going to make a big epic. You know, our Avengers Doomsday is us wiping the slate clean, getting all the superheroes we want to keep, putting them on a big orb in space, and all of those millions of different Earths go, and there's just one Earth left.
I think. Oh, sorry.
yeah.
Go ahead.
No,
No,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say if Marvel and Disney and the Russo brothers had any balls, I think they should make these last. It's two movies, right? Doomsday and what's the other one?
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars. I think they should make those two movies the final Marvel movies. Like, just make them as epic as possible. Finish it, like, end every single loose end there is. Cross the T's, dot the
Stop
I's.
making money.
Just how much money do you need, bro? It's
Well,
billions at this point. It's
Dude, that's a
billions.
question you could ask. I could have asked them 10 years ago, but it's
Like,
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if they had any balls, because it
Yeah.
would make them so much money. You're telling me these are the final Marvel movies? People would buy the collectibles of it. They would make enough money for lifetimes, as if Disney already didn't have enough fucking money. But I'm just saying, like, it's been 20 or so years of superhero movies. The last batch of them were not that great at all. Like, I think it's time. It would just be epic. It would be epic if they just, like, finalize it somehow. Just the nail in the coffin. This is it. Stan Lee's dead already. There's no more cameos, which
We
was
can't kill them
sometimes
twice.
Yeah, there was sometimes those were sometimes the best cameos, and the best part of the movies were his cameos. Sometimes in some of the movies, so it's like, you lost some of the essence of what made the movies beautiful in the first place. Like, I don't know. I think it would just be. I don't know how they would do it. I'm not a comic person, and like you said, there's a billion different issues of a billion different stories of a billion different timelines and whatever it is. But if they could do it, I think it would be amazing.
You said it yourself. They just had a major Marvel slump for like the past few years, and now these are the two movies that people are going to be back in the seats for the theaters. Yeah,
And-
right,
but then
they're gonna
it's
get
like-
rid of it. Not
And
only
it's like,
that,
what after though? What after though? Then what?
Shang-Chi 2, baby.
That's what I was like. You're gonna just go back to making a bunch of more mediocre movies and shows? Like, just cut it.
What are you
They've been
gonna say,
making
Chat?
comic books. They've been making comic books in general for, I don't know, how many years now? You think, Eric? Like
100 or so.
80 years?
Yeah, 70.
Let's find out.
They're not going to stop making comics. Where there's
first-
a
Specify superhero comics. Because there was comics for
When was
in
the
like the
first-
30s.
And I'm not saying they should stop making the comics.
there's no end to this shit.
I'm talking about the
truth,
movies.
is that
1938.
Now that we have so many Marvel movies where you don't know what's happening anymore, you're right back to comic book. You're in the comic book land where you don't know what's going on.
I guess.
You have to follow it if you're interested in it.
Like, I'm gonna go see
Stories are gonna be
these
so
Avengers
convoluted.
movies possibly or whatever, and I haven't seen any of these shows. Basically, I haven't seen
neither
She-Hulk.
have
I never saw any of the like Secret Wars or whatever. They're like, there's so many shows I never saw, so it's like I don't know what's going. I'm probably not even gonna know what's going on going into these movies. But that's
But you're
why I
gonna
think
see
they should
Doomsday.
just end it.
Because they got all your all your old pals from the Endgame and in Infinity Wars. That's
the
why
only
they're
way
written.
they'll.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
The only way they'll end it is when they're making no money whatsoever.
Yeah.
And it won't end with a bang. It'll end with a whimper because
Mm-hmm.
they won't want to spend money to make a big finale.
That's what I'm saying, man. They should
gonna
if they
happen.
had any balls, they would do it. It's a ballsy move, but they should do it.
It would take integrity, and
Yeah.
you know what? People love money, unfortunately.
There is
Yeah.
no integrity with it. If there is billions to be made, no shot.
The Russos will still have to keep paying utility bills, so they're going, no, we're going to make more.
They're also like some of the most expensive movies to make, like ever in history. It's like you're draining money by making them in the first place anyway. So it's like you might as well make as much money as you can off the final two, and then move on to less expensive and hopefully more lucrative things. You know.
David, from your lips to God's ears, but unfortunately, God is a murderous man who's going to send you to a new realm where you just get killed over and
Yeah,
over.
Bob Iger's gonna come stab me in the back sometime in the next few weeks. I don't know. I just think that would be good for them.
Yeah. We'll all see you, listeners, at the movie theater for Avengers Doomsday.
That's all, folks. Thanks for watching. Everything is every fuck it.
Everything is Everything is an ABD Productions podcast. Executive produced and hosted by David Abdu, Chatwin Cray, and Erik Helling. Video and audio captured by Riverside.fm. If you have any inquiries, please reach out to us via everythingiseverything69@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.